Understanding topology flow in SUBD modeling is one of the most important things to understand when you're learning SUBD. Now in this video I'm going to show you two cool tricks on changing topology flow to accommodate details on a SUBD surface. So let's go. I got some really cool tricks for you in this video, but before we start, let me tell you that if you're beginning in Blender and you don't know really what the hell is going on, the best bet for you is to grab our free course, which is called Jumpstart Hard Surface in Blender. This course is really great. Over 80,000 students enrolled, and in just a few hours you can learn the basics of hard surface, basic menus, basic tools, and everything that you need to get started with Blender. The link is in the video description. Like I said, the course is free, so go ahead and get it. Let me show you two interesting ways of redirecting the flow of topology to create detail in a larger topology on your model. So let's say we have a situation like this here. The subdivision isn't super dense, so this is what we're getting. And the reason why I would like to keep larger topology, larger polygons, is because it's easier to change the shape of your model on a ground scheme when you have larger polygons, because you simply have to move fewer polygons to change the shape. But what if I wanted to have some smaller detail in this area, but I didn't want to subdivide the whole thing? Well, what you could do is you could locally change the flow here, and instead of the flow going, this way or this way, right? So either up and down, left or right, you could kind of create like a circular flow here. So I could grab these two and press I for inset, then press B to constrain to this edge here, and do it again. And then I can elevate this, and you can see now that my flow has changed, because now my flow goes around this detail, right? So now I can insert this one more time to create a top loop, add maybe two more loops here to secure this. And you could even add a loop in here if you wanted to. And then when I subdivide this, I'm gonna have a really nice, tiny detail here. And my poly count is still pretty low. And in addition, we changed the flow. So the flow supports these curving corners here, which is why they're not nice and supple, okay? So let's look at a different example. So let me subdivide it one more time, so it's a bit denser. And topology flow is the same, right? It's identical to this example. So what if I wanted this topology flow to go to here and then turn left, because I wanted to create like a really nice curvy panel line here or whatever, right? How do I do that? If I'm going to, insert this, I could, but I'm not changing the flow, because the flow goes again the same direction except for these polygons here, the securing loops. So this is a bit different. It's not what I want to achieve, right? So what you can do in this situation is flip one of these edges, and you can use Machine Tools for that. Machine Tools is a fantastic add-on. I got two massive videos on it, and they show how to use all the tools and pie menus. So go ahead and watch it. But this one is from if you enable Smart Edge, you'll be able to do this. Okay, so when you press 2, you can flip this edge like this, and you can create larger quads, but also going to be able to change the flow, because now the opposite edge of this one is here. So when I'm going to add a loop or try to select a loop of faces, it's going to actually go left. So I changed the flow in this area, right? Now it's actually turning left. So all I need to do now is actually rearrange this, right? So it sort of creates a bit of a gentle curve here, maybe something like this, right? And I'm gonna have to rearrange this one as well, just to unify this topology here. But you get the point. So now what I can do is select these, inset them, and extrude them, right? So what I can do here is run two loops like this, right? And then when I subdivide this, you'll see that we're going to have this nice curve here. Of course, you're going to have to adjust it a bit. So let me just straighten this out and rotate it and move it somewhere here. And maybe even expand it a bit. There you go. And we can put it somewhere here. And this one also could be straightened out a little bit. And kind of, rearranged here a little bit. So there you go. That's how I would go about, creating this kind of a detail here by changing the flow of topology. Of course, this will come with issues, because, you're going to end up with poles, meaning verts from which more than 4 edges are coming out. More than 4 or less than 4, so 3, 5, 6, etc. We have 5 in here. So when you, and also the topology isn't even, it's a little bit, you know, messed up in here. So if you curve this or bend this, you may have some issues in this area. But if it's a flat surface, you know, and you don't want to change the density of topology, this is probably one of your best bets, to simply change the flow by flipping an edge. So this would be, you know, two ways of doing it. And in addition, I can show you an interesting tip. So let's say I want to have some more detail in this area. What I could do is add, let's say, loops here, right? But my problem now is that, you know, I still will need to add loops in here. And what if I didn't want these loops to continue all the way, you know, all the way down the model, because they will have to go somewhere. So what I can do, I can terminate them. I could just literally do this, right? So combine these edges here, dissolve this one, and create a quad here. And then you're simply containing this, you know, higher density topology to a specific area without affecting the entire model, right? And now what I can do here, you know, I could grab, let me see, I could actually add maybe two more loops here, like this, and then grab, let's say, these, right, and create a circle, scale it down, and then you could insert it, right, and create something like this here. See what I mean? And you got a really tiny detail in area that normally this detail wouldn't be possible, right? Because you simply have not enough topology. So there you go. That's how you do it. Cool. All right. Well, I hope this video helps you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.